So, you know that sometimes I give some of my welcome to please subscribe show with Linda and Cole and Edmund the cat from the couch. And I wanted to kind of tell you, I was watching Escaping the Mouse with Breck Roll. He talked about some scamming that was going on. And this happened to my mom. My mom lives all the way in Maine, but I'm not going to tell you where. But she did get almost ripped off. And I'll tell you exactly how it happened. So for this vlog, I thought I'd use my computer just to kind of show you exactly how it happened. I better move these things over here. I guess the hydro flask would be okay. All right. So my mom was at her computer. Just pretend like this is an Apple computer. And my mom's at her computer, typing away, like moms do. And she was on Foxfire. Foxfire is kind of like a search engine, like Google or whatever. But she was on Foxfire. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a pop-up came up. When the pop-up came up, my mom clicked on it. And when she clicked on it, all of a sudden, her computer completely froze up and she panicked. And then a phone number came up on the computer screen. My mom stopped and she picked up the phone. And then she did something that was very, very wrong, that you shouldn't do. Even though she's a good woman and she's older, but she panicked and she called the number that was on the screen. Now, the number on the screen claimed to be Apple. That's what it claimed to be. You know, Apple. Apple, the one and only computer company. They were claiming to be Apple. She said, "Is this Apple?" And they said, "Yes, it is Apple." She said, "Well, can you fix my computer? Because my mom's computer was an Apple computer." And they said, "Yes, we can fix it." So they got into her account. Now, they didn't do just that. What they really did was something different. They asked permission to get into her Apple computer, her personal laptop. And she gave them permission by hitting yes on the screen because she thought it was Apple. But it was really a hacker, wasn't it? Well, so-called Apple, which was a hacker, she said he had a Middle Eastern accent, started skimming around. It'll be okay, kitty. Started skimming around in the computer. Then all of a sudden, my mom just kind of watched it happen. And the hacker, who was a he, it was an Indian or Middle Eastern sounding, something like that is what she said. She said it sounded Middle Eastern, like Afghanistan or India. Well, anyway, he went over while she was watching and clicked on her bank account and pulled it up, which happened to be connected to something very important to me. Now, when he scammed through, he took the money from one account and put it into another account, all the money. My mom watched it, and finally my mom started to panic, and he kept saying, don't worry, don't worry. Now, he didn't even need the password because he had access to her computer. So what he did was he got into her computer first because she called him. He asked permission and she said yes. So she hit yes on the screen. Don't ever do that. Then he surfed around the computer and then he clicked on her bank account and put all the money into another account that she had. When she saw all the money go into that account, she said, "Well, what are you doing?" He said, "Oh, I'm just making an account for the payment." He said it over the phone. He spoke English, claiming to be Apple. What did my mom do? She panicked because she wanted to protect her family. She did the right thing. she slammed this shut. When that slams shut, it cuts off the connection to the hacker. And the hacker was not able to take a penny, all because she slammed it shut. So the access that he had to her computer was immediately dropped, and she was able to keep the money. If he was able to get that money, it would have put a lot of people in danger. Beware. Now, we don't know who the hacker was, but I told my mother to immediately call the FBI. I said, Mom, call the FBI and tell what happened. She got a hold of the bank, and the bank did their own investigation, and the bank went into the computer, and the bank knows who the hacker is. Apple has more money than any company in the entire world. Apple has more money than any company in the entire world. They are the most powerful company in the world. They have no right to get into anybody's computer at all. And Steve Jobs would be very upset. And I will get in touch with the president of Apple about this crime against my mother. Because I did the research myself and found out who the hacker was. You have a lot of money, Apple, and a lot of gold to mess with a Spivey. Especially Jonathan Cole Spivey. And remember my name. Now, for all of you that might get hacked by a company, remember, if it happens, don't panic. Slam the thing shut. Okay? Slam it shut. We are here to protect you.